But I already shared one of your good headlines, which was down in your way on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, where the restaurant owners were able to participate in a presidential pardon. So how cool is that?
That is pretty cool. In fact, that story just went up on our website, as are a bunch of other stories. Like, there's some stuff up there now that it's Thanksgiving week, cooking tips to keep you safe and fire-free. And that has to do with not only what's going on in the kitchen, but also some Christmas decorating tips, unfortunately, this is a big time of year for fires, and a lot of it has to do with all that holiday cooking and decorating for Christmas. Also, a couple of more things you want to keep in mind. Everybody going to spend time with friends or family over Thanksgiving. Well, it's expected to set new records this year, not just on the roads, but also in the air and cruises. A record number of cruises have been booked for this Thanksgiving holiday season. The busiest day of the year, just to give you a heads up, Rebecca, for travel, is going to be tomorrow. So if you are headed out tomorrow, do so early, and maybe you can avoid some of the worst traffic.
I highly recommend getting it in early. We did that last week, Kelly. We left at like 2:30, 2:45 in the morning, drove the majority of the way while the kiddos were asleep, but nobody else was on the highway. You just got to have good coffee, maybe a little energy drink, but you're grateful that you made it to where you're going, or at least getting over the hump of some of that traffic in those early morning hours. It can make it a little more desirable, I can say, the drive. That's for sure.
Yeah, just make sure that your car is in good working order. You've got your headlights working. I went in for an oil change last week, and my headlights weren't working, and I never would have known if I hadn't gone in to just do a little maintenance on my car. So something to keep in mind. And then also make sure your tires are full of air. They're at the, the PSI that it needs to be set at, because you definitely don't want to blow out on a long Thanksgiving trip. We did have some good news that was just announced as well, in addition to the turkey pardon story. Thanks to a $3.55 million corporate investment, Burford Electric Service is going to be expanding in Columbus. This is a third-generation family-owned Mississippi business, and they're constructing 15,000 square feet of additional manufacturing space with larger crane capacity in order to meet an increase in customer demand for large industrial needs. And I love it when jobs are created as the result of a project, and this one is expected to create 14 new jobs over the next 5 years.
That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
I think so.
I think so, too. I think any time you can think about adding more jobs, it's definitely something to look forward to as well. So what else you got for us, Kelly?
Well, I had some cool stuff about the Mississippi Aquarium cooking up something special for the holidays. The aquarium president, Kurt Allen, filled us in on this Christmas show that they're going to be doing, and they're starting it the day after Thanksgiving. So if you're looking for some family fun, I highly recommend the Mississippi Aquarium. I think it had something to do with Disney characters and lights, and it just sounded really fun. I wish I had the ability to play. I intended to play you the audio so he could describe this to you, Rebecca, but I can't get to it right now. But anyway, that looks to be a lot of fun. And if you'll look up at SuperTalk.fm, just put in the name of your town, Christmas events, if you're looking for some. I mean, there were all kinds of Christmas concerts and fun stuff happening. There are food drives going on right now for Thanksgiving and the holidays where you can donate to different organizations and help feed the needy this holiday season. So a lot going on. And don't forget about the runoffs tomorrow. Voters from 33 counties returning to the polls for 2 judicial runoff elections, which, again, for all the details on who's running, you can go to supertalk.fm. It's a great wealth of resources and information. And
getting out and voting is definitely a good thing. Kelly, I appreciate your time. And as always, folks can go over to supertalk.fm and find more Mississippi-specific headlines. So stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.